Welcome to the INTEX Millwork Hampton level rail installation video, showcasing our ability to cope to a round column. What you're going to see in the video to come is the versatility of our standard level bracket, which when installed to a round column or in a multi-angle or bird's mouth application, leaves no brackets or escutcheons exposed or visible and gives you a classic, architecturally accurate installation.
First, mark your center line on the column and the base detail so you have a point of reference when making your templates. Using a small drop-off of the PVC top rail assembly, you're going to create a template for your round column connection. Transfer the profile from the column with a pencil to your template. Using a jigsaw, cut this profile and continue to cut and check until this profile matches. With the profile traced on your template to be, take a jigsaw and begin to cut this profile out of the top rail cap and the baluster cap. Continue to cut and check these two until it is a perfect match. Trace the bottom rail to the column base at the appropriate intersection. Using a multi-purpose tool, plunge, cut, and relieve this profile from the base detail. Test fit with a short piece of rail and relieve this cut as necessary. Next, follow the typical level rail installation instructions by measuring the finished opening, cutting the PVC components to length, splaying the balusters appropriately, and building the PVC ladder assembly with the supplied fasteners.
Prior to fastening the lower rail aluminum, drill a 3/16" weep hole at each end of the aluminum reinforcement to allow for drainage over time.
Line up the installed brackets of the lower aluminum rail reinforcement and pre-drill pilot holes for the rail attachment screws. Be sure to use a scrap piece of PVC bottom rail to center and locate the aluminum reinforcement when doing so. Use the supplied 3-inch hex cap rail attachment screws to fasten the bottom rail brackets to the column. Since the PVC rail assembly must be shoehorned into both bases, the baluster cap is not installed in this assembly to allow the rail to be flexed into the opening. Place and attach the cope baluster cap to the rail assembly below using the supplied 2.5-inch baluster screws. Use a level and a shim to ensure that the balusters are plumb and centered when mechanically fastening. When installing the top rail aluminum reinforcement and the brackets, ensure that the aluminum is still cut at a 90-degree angle like you would in a typical level rail assembly. Only the cellular PVC is coped to match the profile of the column. Now that your top and bottom aluminum reinforcements have been secured to your post, drill a 3/16" pilot hole off-center through the aluminum reinforcement over every third baluster and secure the aluminum to the rail and the baluster assembly using a 2.5-inch baluster screw.
Once your top rail aluminum has been installed in your full rail assembly, run a bead of latex caulk around the contact points of your top rail and snap your rail together, securing your compression fit. If you choose to mechanically fasten the PVC top cap to the rest of the top rail assembly, simply run a pilot hole at the ends and the center of your top rail and fasten this system with the provided screws. And that wraps up our video on how to cope to a round column in a level rail application. If you have any further questions, please feel free to reference our online video catalog or call us directly in our office. Thank you.